Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Surviving the end times.
It's been 3 seconds since we last spoke.
Made it through another day.
This has been the longest 10 years of 2025 of my entire life.
Yeah. So I've been listening to Criminal Plus with Phoebe Judge.
Ooh, that's the fancy version?
Yeah. So I subscribed, and they do bonus episodes where her and her producer Lauren just chat. And I didn't think I would want to listen to that. And then I started listening to it, and I was like, this makes me so happy. And it's like 30, 40 minutes of them just like being funny and chit-chatting, and they've been friends for a long time. And they, for I guess some structure, they do like 10 things that are making them happy. And so I was thinking that maybe it would be fun if we did that, because I really like listening to it, and it makes me happy to listen to them be happy. So I thought maybe it would make us happy. Maybe it would make a listener or two happy.
Talking about happy things, I think, is very important right now.
Yeah.
It's a good distraction.
It's like gratitude journaling. You got to retrain your brain to look for the good stuff.
Yeah, I enjoyed the exercise of thinking about what do I want to talk about, because I was originally like, maybe we can do 5, and then I was like, maybe 5 is too many. Maybe we should do 3, and then I did come up with 5, and it made me happy to come up with my 5.
Yay.
Yeah.
Before we get started, my relationship with Criminal, it's a good podcast. I haven't listened to it in years, but I used to listen to it on the one time that I listen to podcasts consistently is on car trips, because I'm a captive audience and I have to pay attention. But I don't like any crime after 1950. So I always go find the old-timey ones. I don't know why.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Oh, I can.
Amy. Oh, on Criminal they do they take turns.
Oh,
so
yeah,
should
let's
we
do
do
that.
like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
at a
Turn
time?
sounds good.
Cool.
So it's not just a monologue of happiness.
So my first one, I think Haley will appreciate. A while back, Haley took me to Eddie's Attic, a venue here in Atlanta that is awesome. We saw Nick Shoulders.
Yay.
And Nick Shoulders does like Hank Williams style country with like borderline yodeling.
Oh, full on yodeling.
Yeah. And so I hadn't listened to I had listened to him after we went, but I hadn't listened to him much since then. It was maybe 2 years ago or something like that. But I've been listening to him again.
Yeah.
It's just so delightful to listen to him. It's just so full of joy. Like even the songs that are about bad stuff are fun to listen to. Like, and I was rocking out in my car to
Yay.
The World Needs Sissies Too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he obviously loves the genre, but it's also very tongue in cheek, and it's bringing me.
He's got songs that are just whistling, and he's super liberal.
A lot of mouth organ,
Yeah.
or mouth harp, whatever they're called. Yeah,
Just whistling. Remember how my great-grandfather had a job whistling on a boat? He was the entertainment. He just whistled. Oh, life without phones, man.
have I told you about competitive whistling?
I don't know.
I think when you told that story, I also mentioned that I had recently learned about like competitive whistling and like performance whistling. Like people that's like instead of playing an instrument, they whistle. It's insane. Everybody should look it up.
I mean, here I am, still can't whistle, 41 years old. I try every
I
couple
couldn't
weeks.
ride a bike until I was 31, so everything's not for everyone.
I know. I've been trying.
I'll go. I have some nice coworkers who manage a theater here in Atlanta. It's called Onstage Atlanta, and everyone should go. And for the first, when they found out I sew, one of them was like, you sew? And I knew she was going to ask me to help sew for the theater. And I was like, Kathy, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Because it just seemed like it would be a lot. And then after a while, I was like, my house is becoming too full of my things. So maybe I could do my hobby and then send the thing that I made out into the world. So I was like, Kathy, maybe I could help a little bit. And she was super chill about it. And she was like, yeah, like let's go to the theater, and you can meet with the costume director, whose name is also Kathy. And she's like, you can pick like one thing you want to work on, and that can be your thing. And if it's like too much, you never do it again. Or if you want to do more, you can do more. And then of course, when I got there, she was like, oh, in no time, we're going to have you running lights, and then you're going to be in a show, and you're going to have a solo. And I was like, absolutely not. So we'll see where it goes. But anyway, they have a role where a character at the play is called A Curious Savage. And I was like, uh-oh. But
Go Laura's also the PC consultant too.
But then it turned out that's the name of the family that the play is about. So exactly. I Googled it. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like down under my desk Googling it, and I was like, oh, it's a surname. Phew. So there's a character who is supposed to look like a fairy. The director wants her to look like a fairy, but still in like regular clothes, but also look like a fairy. And I was like, is there a sketch? And they were like, no. And I was like, okay. So we found a dress already in their closet. It was like this floor length, kind of 90s looking, little bit Mother of the Bride, little bit prom taffeta, green taffeta dress. And it did not fit the actress at all. And it was also too long, and a lot of it was damaged. And I took it home and I worked on it for like 3 weeks. And then I took it back to them, and they were really happy with it. They said it fit her perfectly. It looked great. They were really happy with it. And I'm excited to go see the play, and so I can see it on her.
Are they giving you a credit?
I have no idea.
That's awesome.
Let
I
me
was
know.
wondering
We'll
how
send
that
them a
went.
strongly worded letter if they don't.
That's okay. They're like a volunteer community theater. But anyway, that made me really happy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it was like a fun challenge too, because like I had this beat up dress that did not fit her, and I just took her measurements and I took a couple pictures, and then I just came home and winged it. And I was like, well, maybe this will work. And then it did. And so that was really nice.
Good job.
Haley.
Yay. I'm going to start with, there's a jalapeno sauce from Trader Joe's that is very good, and I put it on everything, including my nighttime
on everything.
I put that shit on my nighttime snack before bed is tortilla chips, and I've got this little plate with a little sauce hole, and you just do it.
Oh, like a knot hole for your peg leg?
It's perfect. So
I'm just trying to imagine what it would be like for me if I tried to eat a jalapeno sauce before I went to bed. It would not end well.
Yeah.
That's not for me and Amy, but I love it for you. It sounds delicious.
I have a brass pipe up for a stomach, so
Fair. That's
I
true.
would love to have a bedtime jalapeno snack. I'm envious of that.
I always get intimidated by the Trader Joe's sauces. Like, they all sound really good. They're
all
and I'll pick them up and I want to take them and I'll put them back. So I was like, I don't know what I'd use this on. And then I never buy them.
yeah. Well, sometimes I'm like, that was fine, but this one I'm like buying repeatedly. It's so good.
Okay, dope.
It's like a oil emulsified jalapeno sauce. It's good.
What's the other kind?
Just like pure, like there's like fresher ones. Some are vinegar based.
Oh, like
so.
Tabasco's like a vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is it a hot sauce?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not in the same way that
dipping
like
sauce or a hot
sriracha is.
sauce?
I put it on tacos, but I also eat chips with it. So I don't know.
All right.
That sounds yummy. Kevin, are you happy about anything?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Amy's turn.
He's definitely not happy about editing the last couple hours of our lives.
We've not just done 3 episodes sitting here.
That'll be his 4th time hearing some of those stories.
Aw.
You're welcome.
At least most of it is about dogs, a topic that Kevin likes.
That's true.
This one's a little bit unimaginative. But spring has sprung
Spring has
here in Atlanta.
The pollinating.
It is the pollinating, which is the downside. And I'm, as you can maybe hear in my voice, I'm a little polleny. But along with the pollinating comes the lovely weather. The birds are singing. The flowers are out. The trees are doing the thing. I can open my windows, except for the pollen. And it just always gives me a lift whenever that happens. And so, like, if I'm feeling crappy, I can go sit at my little kitchen table with my little windows open and do my crosswords, hang out with my cats, drink my coffee. It's nice.
Extra hour sunlight helps too.
Yeah, it's super nice. Yeah, the spring weather has been making me happy.
Yay.
Not very original, but
But it's important.
it's where I'm at.
It doesn't have to be original. It just has to be happy.
I'm sure somebody out there will agree with me.
No, we hate spring.
Solidarity.
I want 6 more weeks of winter.
Are you secretly a groundhog? My next one, these are not in any particular order, by the way. My next one is I've been drinking tart cherry juice mixed with seltzer.
For bedtime?
Kinda.
Heard about that. Yeah.
It's really good. Another lady at my work, she told me that tart cherry juice is good for sleeping, and I never heard that. And I don't know if it's true, but it's really yummy. And so I started mixing it because it's kind of expensive to just drink it by itself. So
It's so expensive.
I mix it with like a LaCroix or whatever, a LaCroix, which is Kroger brand LaCroix. And it's like a little mocktail, and it's really tasty. And I like having one usually while I'm making dinner. I pour my cup of cherry juice and a can of fizzy water in a giant mason jar because I'm a hipster. And I drink it while I cook dinner, and I like it, and it's nice and yummy. And maybe it helps me sleep. I don't know.
That's how a daughter of Appalachia should do it.
That's me. I am that.
I will go try that now. That sounds delicious.
I've heard about that, yeah. And then apparently if you do that and then take a melatonin and 2 magnesium glycinate, you'll sleep like a baby.
Okay.
That's what I do, and it helps. So, yeah. After, let's see, 28 years, I've not lived in my house for 28 years. I've lived there for 8 years, but I had a white dishwasher, and it was a Kenmore from the 1990s, and I now have a silver LG, and it's my first time with a new dishwasher. It's digital. It doesn't have the bar. It takes a long time to clean, but it's so quiet I can't even hear it. My old one was like,
Love a good dishwasher. Yeah.
but
Like there was a man in there scrubbing the pots.
there must have been, but this one is
Now
so
he's out
quiet.
of a job.
I
Hey,
know. It's so quiet. So it's nice to have a new dishwasher. Because for 3 months when my other one broke, I was using a washing up tub like our folks in Britain do.
our people
Yep.
across the pond. I did a little home improvement recently too, and I was like, this is the most boring thing, but I got so much pleasure from it. I fixed the lighting in my kitchen. I
good
installed a
job.
new dryer vent because I thought I was going to burn the building down.
Oh,
Top of mind.
safety.
I went and got the paint out of my basement to fix the purple splotches on my walls that had been there for almost a year.
you had to go to the basement?
I went to the basement.
You worked hard.
Thank you.
It's very butch of you, Amy.
I mean, just like going somewhere in your own building to get something is sometimes insurmountable.
Well, it took me 9 months. Yeah. So
You gestated it.
I just gave birth to a bucket of paint.
Ow.
Okay, so this one's for the nerds out there. My comfort watch is any Star Trek, and I got done rewatching all of Voyager, and I'd actually never watched Deep Space Nine cover to cover, so I've been watching a lot of Deep Space Nine, and it's been delightful. But the thing that is making me happy that's on my list is that I purchased. I'm gonna mispronounce it, but I purchased a Raktajino mug, and anybody who's into Deep Space Nine will know what that is. And if you're not into Deep Space Nine, you won't know what that is. But it's just if you're not into it, just know that it's a very deep cut pop culture
Is
thing.
it blue?
Yeah, it's a
I
blue
saw
mug.
an Instagram about this. I was like, I should send this to Amy, but then I figured you already had it.
Oh, well, I bought it yesterday when I was feeling low. So, yep. So I have me a Raktajino mug, and I am pumped about it.
Yay.
My next one is my whale jeans.
Yay!
I have a whale jean bag.
Yeah, whale denim everywhere. I made a pair of jeans out of Moby Dick denim. I found I followed this guy on Instagram who is like a sewing influencer, and he lives in Atlanta. And so one day he was like, I'm going to go to some sewing stores and make a reel of it. And that's nice because I found out that there is a sewing store close to my house, or a fabric store close to my house. And so he was like touring around, and he was like, they have a lot of interesting denims here. And he sort of just like panned around and showed some of the denims. And I saw one with white whales on it. And I was
Not the
like,
bandwagon whales.
white sperm whales happily swimming all over this denim. And I was like, to the fabric joint, which is what it's called. And I zoomed up there and I got some, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And then I made you guys tote bags for Christmas. And then I was like, what if pants? And so I went back up there and I bought some more. And a lady in line, another customer, she was like, what are you doing with that? And I was like, oh, Ma, I think I'm going to make some jeans. She was like, I love it. I was like, really? But she seemed like she meant it. And also, she was in the fabric store. I think we're all a little weird there.
Is it like Trader Joe's when they have to flirt with you?
That was another customer.
Oh, shit.
I always wait to see what the Trader Joe's people are going to pull out of my order
Oh,
to
I know.
say that it's good.
This is so good.
Yeah.
have you tried this? I haven't tried this yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, I fought with the whale jeans, and they were so difficult to make. And then I was like, I can't do this. Or I've set them aside. I was like, I'm just going to deal with this later. And then I didn't. And so they sat for like a month and a half. And then we decided to go to the Moby Dick opera. And I was like, well, now's the time. And I think I got them out like 2 days before. And I didn't like them when I put them away. And then I put them on and I was like, what did I not like about these? I like them now.
They're cute. They're cute.
Well, yeah. And when I had put them away, I thought the fit of them was terrible and I didn't like them. And then they just needed to sit. And somehow now they fit and they look cute. And I just hemmed them and I really enjoyed wearing
it's like
them.
letting your dough rest.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And so I'm really happy with them and they're very silly. And I'm pretty proud of them because they look good.
They were so cute.
Thank you.
What do we call it? A New Bedford tuxedo if you were to make a jacket?
I have most of a vest made. A New Bedford.
We need a three-piece New Bedford
I had to make a coat too.
Moby tuxedo.
I got to go back to. I got to go back to the fabric joint. They're gonna be like, "What now? What haven't you made?"
How much fabric is left? Because I could maybe use some curtains. I don't know.
Well, it's stretch denim. I don't know if you want stretch denim curtains.
Right now, my curtains are $10 from Walmart, so it's probably an upgrade. But, yeah.
Maybe you do want stretch denim
Put up
curtains.
new curtains recently. There are some nice curtains, and the first thing that happened was Jeremy Cloud on them.
Oh.
And now there's a big run in them.
Jeremy.
My upstairs curtains were too big, so I just cut them with a pair of scissors. They don't look great, so I need some new curtains. What's next? I got an ad on Instagram, and sometimes Instagram ads are really wrong, like when they want me to ask about thoughts on transgender people from the church, and that's just, I don't know, like
No, thank you.
sometimes I'm just like, why are you
That was like that Catholic church service.
yeah, I was like, I don't think I want your opinions on this. But sometimes they get it right. And I got an ad for an app that's like a Netflix or a Roku type app, but it's called Night Flight, which apparently was a show on USA in the early 80s before I was born. And it features old music videos, horror cult films, and punk documentaries. And so it's like $5 a month. I'm having it for a while. And you can watch like old Kate Bush videos. You can watch old Italian horror. You can watch just like, I was watching Fitzcarraldo by Werner Herzog earlier. Like, it's just fun, weird shit. So
That's awesome. Cool. That sounds really cool.
yeah. So
Oh, man, I wonder if it has the Werner Herzog movie I was trying to find before.
it's got
the
almost all
Videodrome
of them.
didn't have.
Was it Aguero?
I'd have to
the
look
first
it up.
one? Yeah.
I'm not sure which it was. Okay, so as mentioned, possibly on an episode that came before this one, who can say? When we went to New York recently, we were wandering around the island of Manhattan, and we didn't go to Katz's Deli because there was a line all the way to Brooklyn.
I thought it was bad on a Saturday in December, and I was like, surely it's because of the holidays. Nope.
Nope. It's just like that. So we bypassed Katz's Deli. We're like, let's walk around, see what there is. We found Yonah Schimmel Knishes. Been there since 1930. I had my first Knish. Changed my whole life. I had a new perspective on life.
Knish
after I had that.
awakening.
It was like the perfect walking food. It was dough with that, which I love. It was potatoes, which I love. It was onions, which I love. It was cheese, which I love. And it was jalapenos, which I love. And I also had the cherry cheese one. It was amazing. Anyway, so I came home just a bubbling with love for knishes, and I decided I want to try and learn to make them. And I had a really good time recently learning to make them. And I'm not done learning to make them, but I have enjoyed this, and the knishes that resulted were not perfect, but they were delicious. And so knishes are making me happy.
I'm ready for a knish to change my life. So when you make your next test batch, can I try?
I can't promise that the ones I am making are life changing, but if nothing else, I'll bring you back one from New York when I go in a couple weeks.
any knish. Oh, you're going in a couple weeks?
Yeah, I'm going back for work.
Oh, nice.
Next week, actually. Leaving a week from yesterday.
A mashed potato never made me unhappy. So
It's
Mashed potato in pastry?
and I had filling left over, and I'm just gonna fry it up and eat it with
yeah,
the chicken.
a little potato patty.
So good.
That's perfect for St. Patrick's Day.
Kiss me, I'm Irish. Well, knishes are Jewish, but whatever.
My next one is I was on a panel at a little local convention, Atlanta Sci-Fi Expo, and I was on a panel with our friend Anne Michelle Harris, and the subject of the panel was reviewing. And the moderator was Anne Michelle's sister, Nikki. So she's also a writer. She writes for Decatur-ish, which is a local magazine. And she's also published some fiction.
Oh.
And she was a really awesome moderator. And it was my first time being on a panel. It may have been, no, Anne Michelle's been on panels with romance writers conventions before. So it was my first time being on a panel, and it was just a really pleasant, positive experience. Nikki was awesome, and Michelle was awesome, and it was fun. It is, as I said, a small convention. So we had an audience of 8 people. 3 of them were our husbands. One of them was Nikki's daughter, and then there were 4 other people. And one of the people was a very nice person and fan of the show who we didn't previously know. His name is Mac. Hi, Mac.
I love a fan in the wild.
Oh my gosh, he was wearing a Glasgow t-shirt. So Kevin and I spotted him like out in the con. It was at Northlake Mall, by the way, which is a defunct shopping mall. It was the mall of my youth. That was where I used to shop as a kid.
That was at Starcourt Mall. That's a different one.
No, that's Gwinnett Place.
Oh, gotcha.
Another dead mall. But we saw him, and I was like, I wonder if we know him, but we don't know that we know him. Because, you talk to people on the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had never corresponded before. And then he sat down in the front row, and he was like, I'm a fan. He said, I voted for you. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. He was really, really nice, very complimentary. So that made my day to meet a fan in the wild and to have fun. And for my first panel to just be like, first of all, only 8 people, so it wasn't scary.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of fun to talk with Anne Michelle and Nikki about reviewing stuff.
I just got happy thinking about all our fans.
They're all so nice. They are so nice. Mac was so nice.
I remember when we first started, I was like, oh man, this is going to be rough.
Yeah, either no one's going to listen to it or people are going to listen to it and the men are going to be mad.
We were really, really waiting for the internet to hate us.
Yeah. Well, actually, Dune is very
Right.
You're correct.
We
Dune
were
is very
waiting to-
important to me, and here's what you need to know.
Why is
We have
that funny?
We have been well actually a couple times, but in the nicest way.
Well, yeah, and it's like even occasionally when people have been kind of mad with us, it's like they just complained.
Still kind
like,
of wholesome, and nobody's coming after us personally.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
I think, the main thing you got to work. But
Yeah.
everybody's just so nice.
That's so true.
Amy, you can't get sad about the happy thing.
Yeah, happy about the happy things.
I'm too fragile for emotions right now.
I know
Can't have
sometimes
any.
people are nice to me, and I'm like, stop being nice to me. I can't stand it. We're almost there.
Did you already
there.
drink your tart cherry juice and take your
I did.
melatonin?
And my magnesium. No. I've been in a reading slump, I feel like, for months, but I am still plowing through my men's adventure fiction. Currently on book 4 of the Brotherhood of War series by Webb Griffin. And
Brotherhood of War.
and it's called The Colonels, and it goes from like lieutenants, the majors. And it's
Oh, it's like lower decks.
kind of, yeah. And it's garbage, but it's all I can seem to read these days. So
Listen, I don't believe anymore that there is any such thing as garbage.
I don't know. This one's pretty bad.
Wind up, girl.
The only time
Yeah,
women
okay,
are in
maybe
this,
that one.
the only time women are in this
Ring
book
roll.
is to just marry one of the army men and follow him around to his different bases.
But there's obviously things you like about it,
yeah,
and that's okay.
Yeah, if it's fun to read, go for it.
Yeah, have at it. No,
exactly.
no shame in that game.
yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely turn off my Hugo Girl brain when I'm reading these books.
Totally. You should. Yeah. We actually talked about this on the panel and about watching something for the purpose of reviewing it versus just watching something to enjoy watching it. And it's a different hat.
Listen,
Or rather, no hat when you just want to enjoy. No
I
hat.
spend a lot of the percentage of my time watching Star Trek shows from the 90s. I have to also shut my brain off in many ways to still enjoy those films, especially knowing a lot of what happened behind the scenes with the women that were involved.
Oh,
yeah,
I
not great.
don't know about it and I don't want to know.
Well, I
about
mean, it's nothing. It's not like it's not cancelable, and
it's not Weinstein.
it's not Weinstein
Okay.
by any stretch, but it wasn't very great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that said, I still derive a great deal of joy from watching them, and they're my comfort watch, and that's just the way it is. Also, same with I bounce between Star Trek and Whedonverse stuff. Whedon, not so great anymore.
Yeah,
But I like it, and I can't help it.
that's true.
And I think that's fine.
I think it's fine too. My last one is, so I have this dear friend Liz Lawson, who I haven't talked to in years, but she's delightful, and she wrote several books. The first book she wrote was called The Lucky Ones, and I had a copy of it. I've had a copy of it forever. It's great. And I recently, when I went home for, I guess, Christmas. No, it was after that. My mom's birthday. Went home for my mom's birthday, and I took a stack of books down there to give to my nieces. They're 14. I was like, maybe you guys will like some of these, maybe you won't. And The Lucky Ones was in the stack. And I haven't heard anything about it in 6 weeks. I didn't even know if they read any of them, but my niece texted me yesterday, and she was like, you need to check with your friend Liz and find out why she wrote this. I am not okay. And I was like, oh God. And then the book is about a girl who's, I'm going to get this partially wrong, but it's about a girl whose sibling dies in a school shooting and the sibling of the person who did the shooting, and they become friends, and it's about that. And my niece loves it. And so she was texting. So the fact that my niece was texting me about books made me really happy.
Yeah.
She's reading a physical book as a 14-year-old, which makes me really happy. And it made me happy that this was sort of a full circle moment. Like, my friend had written this book. I remember her learning to write. Like, I remember her, or like not learning to write, but like going through the process of like perfecting her writing and then selling the book. And so it was just delightful. Like, my friend wrote this book. I was really proud of her when she did it. The book is good. I give it to my niece. Many years later, my niece reads it, and then she texts me about it, and it was just great. It made me so happy.
I love that.
And then I got to text my friend about it, and I never really talked to her much anymore because she lives on the other side of the country. And so I got to catch up with her just a little bit, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was just delightful.
I bet that's on the list of things making her happy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Could be.
Should be.
Yay. Okay, my last one is two of my friends, Amanda and Rachel, were on a game show called 25 Words or Less. And it's a silly show where it's like name that tune, but for words. So you get a list of words and you have to get your team to guess what the word is. And you only have so many words to use. I think it's on YouTube. It's also on TV at some point.
They're all on YouTube.
It's on TV very much during the day. You can tell by all the lawyer ads and et cetera, daytime TV commercials. So yesterday they had a watch party, which like Haley's Jeopardy watch party. It was super fun. And my favorite thing that happened was one of the words was elbow. And Amanda was giving clues, and they had prepared, man. Wow. Like Rachel had basically thought of a 2-word code for every word in the English language. And Amanda was being very animated. She was very funny on the show. She and Rachel were so funny, and the other team was just like playing the game. Yeah. And I was like, come on.
You got to be a television personality.
Yeah, Rachel and Amanda were definitely television personalities. So anyway, the word was elbow, and Amanda just goes, arm knee.
Oh, that's like snake oil.
Arm knee. It was like snake oil. I felt like I was going to throw up. I laughed so hard at arm knee, and it's been 36 hours, and I still am just like tickled by arm knee.
Leg story.
And then Rachel said that was inspired by her nephew, who is like a tween or maybe a young teen, and she said that at one point he referred to the behind his knee as his leg pit.
Oh, yeah. That's from Ally McBeal in the 90s.
I'm sure that he does not know that.
Yeah.
So that got her thinking about how to refer to body parts in 2 words, and arm knee was born. the way Amanda said it, I mean, it was like you could tell she had trained for this moment. She knew how to say
My whole
elbow.
life has led to this.
She looked right at the camera. She says, arm knee. And they're both like, elbow. And they won $10,000.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
And then they had a really cute little party at a little town hall in a small town called Woolsey.
How'd they pick the town?
That is where Rachel is from.
Oh, that makes sense.
Adorable.
Yeah, her parents live
Good job,
there.
guys.
Her dad has a produce stand with very good pecans.
This is just getting more and more adorable. I
cute.
would like some pecans, please.
They're so good. Rachel is like, the pecans from the grocery store ain't shit. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I like them. And then she brought me some fresh farm stand pecans. And
You're
I was
like,
like,
oh,
yeah, they ain't shit.
That reminds me, I am also on a game show that airs March 27th called Person, Place, or Thing, but I did not win.
Oh.
In fact,
Did you not think of any people, places, or things?
For $1. Name a person, place, or thing.
It is a very weird experience in life to win Jeopardy and then lose like a 3rd-tier game show. But I will send the link around. I don't want to have a watch party
Well,
because
my girl prepped her face off for Jeopardy. How much prep did you do for people's, places, and things?
Well, the issue with Person, Place, or Thing was that there was a guy who'd won 40 episodes in a row.
Oh,
Oh, God.
And he
the Ken Jennings of that show?
Yes, and they were like, we filmed 8 episodes that day, and I got filmed last. So like, I was like, all day long, I was like, listen, I've been on Jeopardy. I think I can do it. Like, there was a lot of Marvel questions, and I don't watch Marvel.
Oh.
And there's a couple of pop culture things that I just wasn't good at. But I was the personality hower. I looked cute, and I won a $200 gift card to Crumble Cookies.
Oh, that's right. Oh, they also won Crumble Cookies. So they won.
Crumble Cookie out here sponsoring things.
Yep.
Their second episode they lost because each team has a celebrity, like a quote, air quote celebrity. Like kind of a, person that I had never heard of.
They didn't win any Oscars this year.
No. So they had a celebrity on their team who messed up giving them the clue. So if you say the word, then you're like,
See?
And
Yeah.
so the celebrity,
This is why I don't like group projects.
the clue was Gilligan's Island. And I would have said a 3-hour tour. I would have said 3-hour tour. But instead, she goes, Professor Gilligan. And then they're like, and so they didn't. But they were way ahead, though. They would have won.
Yeah.
If that hadn't happened. But anyway, so for their consolation prize for the episode that they lost was $250 gift card to Crumble Cookies.
Maybe we can just watch it, but I won't have like a big group.
I would like to
group
watch
watch.
it.
Yeah, we'll do that because I do mention Moby Dick and it's funny. So the reason why several people that Lori knows are on game shows is because Atlanta was filming a lot of 3rd-tier game shows last summer. And I got an Instagram ad and it was just an easy application process. But yeah. So 5th thing, I make a fresh broccoli salad most weeks these days. So you chop up fresh broccoli, you add fresh red onion, shredded cheese, and a little bit of mayo or Greek yogurt, mix it all together, and it is an amazing healthy thing to eat.
Yum.
I'm gonna have my tart cherry juice. I'm gonna have my broccoli soup or whatever.
It's broccoli salad.
Make out
This
some
is a recipe
knishes.
podcast.
We're gonna put jalapeno sauce on my knishes, and we're gonna be sailing, smooth sailing after that.
That's all you got to do.
And styling in our whale
The
denim.
whole world will be fine.
Yeah. It's been helpful for me to think about things to look forward to.
Yeah, everybody.
Like next month, we have some friends who usually have a little garden party in April. So I'm just like, tunnel vision,
Yep.
garden party. Focus my whole life on the garden party.
That's the correct move. Oh, do I have anything coming up in April?
You probably do. You can come to the garden party.
Yay.
It's cute.
I'm doing the Bragg Spring Tune-Up, which is a 3-day bike ride.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
That's awesome.
And then I'm going camping. And then, yeah, that's it for now.
That's the little one, right?
Yeah, that's like the Friday to Sunday one. You should come.
I a little bit want to go.
You can't. It's going to be fun. You can. Ash is going to bike 1,000,000 miles. I'm going to do 20 a day.
I have a dermatologist appointment.
Okay.
That's my only thing in April right now.
Self-care.
And I have to change my air filter.
Also self-care.
I have learned that I have to do that more frequently than I have been.
Yeah, you need to do it more frequently than you think. One time I had a whole HVAC system. Just go.
Oh, okay. We've officially reached the end of happy things.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's okay.
Yeah. Hang in
in
there,
there.
guys.
Also, I would love to hear your happy things if you ever want to tell us.
Oh, let us
Yeah.
know. I would love to read some happy things
Yeah.
on this podcast. So send us your happy things.
Yeah, you can send us happy things and tell us if it's okay to read it. And you can also send us happy things that you just want us to read and know, and you don't want us to read it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Tell us if it's a confidential happy thing. Yeah. Okay, we like you.
Bye.
Bye.
You go, girl. You go, girl. You go, girl. A hilarious podcast